All right, so we have more encouraging news on Carlos Rodon. His pitch count keeps increasing. His recovery's going well. And just to put this in perspective, so his average fastball velocity in 2020 with the White Sox was 93 miles an hour. Then in 21 with the White Sox, 95.4 miles an hour. And then last year, 2022 with the Giants, it was 95.5 miles an hour. Right now, he's averaging about 94 to 96 miles an hour with his fastball, with good movement, good velocity, and he's coming back recovering well too. So that's really, really encouraging. So he's essentially almost in mid-season form right now. All he has to do is continue to build while on his rehab assignment, which he's going to be starting shortly, and we'll have another guy in this lineup who can help dominate at the top, hopefully. So, which is a really good sign because, and I'll just tie this into the pitching matchups if you haven't heard yet against the Mets for the next two games. Tonight is Luis Severino versus Max Scherzer. Tomorrow's Garrett Cole versus Justin Verlander. And talk about pitching matchups. That is fire right there. I'm very excited to watch these games, and I'm hoping that the Yankees can take advantage of not so great play by the Mets. But the Mets always are up for the task against the Yankees, so I expect them to be a pretty competitive series. But to the Yankees, they lost the last two series. They won to the White Sox 2-1, and the Red Sox 2-1. So they really need to win both of these games, and I hope that they do. And obviously, I'll have lineups for you later, and we'll post game it and hopefully celebrate some wins. So I hope that you enjoy this content enough to subscribe to the channel, and that way you don't miss stuff. And I still have more trade ideas coming up. I also have blockbuster. I'm working on 5 blockbuster trades for the Yankees heading into the deadline. I'm also working on 5 blockbuster trades all throughout baseball that should probably happen before the deadline as well, or at the deadline. So a lot of stuff coming, and I don't want you to miss any of it. So, and just as an FYI, gang, the reason why sometimes I ask, like if somebody makes a comment criticizing blah, 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 and blah, 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 or whatever, sometimes I'll ask them to explain. The reason why I ask to explain, it's not that I'm not listening to you, okay? It's because I want to have a deeper understanding of where you're coming from so that I can put forth a good response that's satisfactory to you, and we can have a good constructive debate. So I do listen to you folks, okay? And what you say is important. Your feedback is important. But sometimes I need more clarity, which is why I ask to explain and blah, blah, blah. So, but keep it coming, okay? Whether you agree or not, or have views on whatever, keep it coming. It's what makes the channel great. So I always say that. And I thank you for it, too. You're not just here to just listen to me ramble on and blah, blah, blah. And I want to know what you think, too. I feel like you folks are part of this channel, too. So I appreciate all of you. So thank you again. And let me know what you think. Are you excited about Rodon? I mean, I really hope that the whole early July stays accurate because I want to see him in this. I want to see him back in the lineup behind Cole, and hopefully, with Severino, some more consistent Severino, and at some point a healthy Mr. Cortes, and you have if Domingo Germán keeps pitching the way he's pitching, then you can have a pretty formidable rotation. Now, it's one of those guys might be moved at the deadline. You never know. I guess it depends on what the Yankees can get in return, but the return of a healthy Carlos Rodon to me would be a very, very welcome addition to this bullpen. Plus, he's going to have a fresh arm. So, and as a power arm, more fresh you is essentially missing the first 2.5-3 months of the season. So you'll have some good reserves and good energy in that arm. So that's what I got for you right now. So Rodon, pitching matchups, a little bit of insight. Thank you again, everybody. You are the best. I'll be back later with the lineups.